about to pitch another. Throwing alley-oops to my brothers. We all shine, nobody victims. I'm on these sweatsuit, black Pippins. I swag different. That's why the money in the bag different. Come up short, you'll have your fam.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Falcons going up against the Browns.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the wideout in motion. Again, it's Foreman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Let's go! They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run with Foreman, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Kaiser now. Coleman has it here right side. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Coleman, the man in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go. What? Flex round.
Third and long for Kaiser. Sammy Coates has it complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They get 20 yards there on 3rd and 19 and an unlikely first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Second down, Kaiser. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down.
Come on, let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He finds Coates complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A carry for Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll go with Foreman. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Let's go.
Now a toss play. This is Foreman. Oh, and now he bowls him up. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. An update from Buffalo. It's now a 2. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Ryan to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. On the handoff, it's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Coleman now. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Now Ryan on second down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Myles Garrett in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. They toss to Freeman. Pretty move. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
On 2nd down, Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So with 4th down looming, Dan Quinn sends out his field goal unit. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with Foreman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They go play action. Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
It's Drewski.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On second down, Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Kaiser. Brought in by Coates. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Let's go.
First down, Kaiser. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here we go.
Kaiser now on second down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. Kaiser from the gun on third. Going up top. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 34 yards there and a first down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the shotgun, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They've gone to the second quarter in Buffalo. The Dolphins, they're out to an early lead over the Bills. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. From the gun, Ryan. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll send Gordon in motion left. Following the interception, Kaiser, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. 1st down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Foreman. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Kaiser, 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he gets it down to the 32. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On first down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Ryan. It's caught by Hooper. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Coleman on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down. Looking to throw on second down. Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Sammy Coates now to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Foreman to start the drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Play fake. Kaiser. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Second down, Kaiser. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16.
Come on, let's go.
On play action, Kaiser. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Good footwork at the 30. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Ryan leads with Freeman on the draw. And he gets it down to the 32. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
To throw is Kaiser. A quick hitter complete. It's Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's go.
4th down, Kaiser, desperation time. He finds Coates complete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, Kaiser. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. Kaiser now. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Again, it's Kaiser. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Kaiser now on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 1, 9,
To throw, Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jameis Winston, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Kaiser to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Brooks Reed in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.